Good morning, students. Sai Ram. Welcome back once again. How are you all? I hope you all are well and safe at your places. Children, in the last video, we have started a new chapter, that is chapter number 14, Agriculture and Industries. In that, we have learned about the agriculture and about the different types of crop, the major crops which grown in India. And we have seen that development of agriculture is very essential for the progress of our country. So today our topic is the Green Revolution. Children, for the development of agriculture in India, the government took several steps to increase agriculture output in India. So the government launched in 1960 the Green Revolution, in which they have taken several steps to increase the agriculture output. So what are the steps? These include using better quality seeds, increasing area under irrigation, using manures and fertilizers, and using modern machinery such as tractor and harvesters. So these are the different steps which is the government has took to increase the agriculture output. If the seeds are good, then the quality of crop will also grow good, and they increase the area under the irrigation, and they use the manures and fertilizers which help to grow crops very proper and using modern machineries. So the tractor and harvesters, they reduce the time, they reduce the effort of farmers, and it help in the agriculture, and it increase the agriculture output in India. And children, as a result of this, our agriculture production has gone up several times. Children, today we are not only self-satisfied in food production, but we also export agriculture products. Means we also give our agriculture products to different countries. However, the excessive use of chemical fertilizers have caused the great damage to the soil in some parts of India. So the fertilizer use is good, but the excess fertilizer, which is the chemical fertilizer, it also create a harm. It's also cause harms and which damage the soil, and it happen in some part of India. Children, then our next topic is industries. Children, industries, if you have look around your house, you can see several things. Like you use various things, like you watch television, you read book, you use pen, you use table, utensil for cooking the foods, clothes, you wear different types of clothes, sugar which you eat, so etc. These are the things which you use in your daily life in your houses. So children, these type of material are called finished good. So these type of material are called finished good. So finished goods are products that have completed the manufacturing, means they are ready to use, we can use as it is. Children, then there are some materials which need for making finished good. So the finished goods are made by some materials. Such material are called raw material. So the finished good which is ready, which we can use them as they are made by the raw material. They are made by the material which called raw material. So the example of raw material are wood, ores, cotton, sugarcane, etc. from wood we made different types of furnitures, like we can make table, chair, window, door. So the all these window, door, these are the finished good, and to make the finished good we need raw material, and wood is a raw material. Or cotton, so the cloth which we wear, it is finished good, but for making the cloth we need raw material. So the cotton here is a raw material. And sugar cane, the sugar which we eat, that is finished good, and it is made from the sugar cane. So sugar cane is a raw material. So these are all raw material. Children, they can convert into a finished good in industries. So the raw material is used and to make finished good, and these finished goods are made in a industries. So the raw material converted into a finished good in industries. Children, a lot of natural resources you have read about go into making these goods. For an example, paper used in book is made from the wood. Metal used in utensil come from ore, and the plastic used in your television, in your pencil box, in your lunch box, they come from the petroleum. So the plastic, so these are the example of raw material and finished good. Children, there are different scale of industries. So let's see what are the different scale of industries. So there are small industries and large industries. There are small industries and large industries. So what is a small industry? So a small industry may have few people working in it. In a small industry, very few people working in it, and only small amount of materials are made there. And in the large industries employ thousands of people, means in a large industries 1,000 numbers of people work there, and there the material which is made in a large quantity. In a small industries there are the things made in a small quantity, but in a large industries people work in 1,000, and the good which make there it is in a large quantity. So there are different type of industries. They are divided into three categories. Industries are divided into three categories. First is cottage industries, second one is small scale industries, and third one is large scale industry. So these are the three types of industries. First is cottage industries, second is small scale industries, third is large scale industries. So these are the three different types of industry. So let's see one by one about them. So first one is cottage industries. Children, it employ very few people. And they work with simple tool. In the cottage industries, employees very few. The number of employees are very few. They work with the simple tool. They normally use local available raw material, and the handicraft, pottery, hand woven and embroidery clothes and the buckets are the normal made in a cottage industries. So in a industries the work is in a very small scale. The work which done there, it is done in a very small scale. Only few numbers of people work there, and the material which is used is available there. It is locally, and they use only simple tool. For an example, they mostly use their hand for making the material, like handicraft, pottery, hand woven and embroidered clothes. So the people work there in a very small number, in a few people work there, and they mostly use simple tool, like they use their hands for making the different object in a small quantity. Then our next type of industry is small scale industries. First is cottage industries, where very few people work there, and then next is small scale industry. It is little larger than cottage industry. So in the small scale industries is use small machine. It use small machines and employ more people as compared to the cottage industries, as compared to the cottage industries. So the furniture, utensil, plastic goods, electrical goods, and some are the products which made in a small industry. Children, in India, which have very large population, the cottage industries and small scale industries are particularly useful for employing a large number of people. Children, such industries can be set up easily in a rural area. So these industries, the cottage industries and small scale industries can be set up very easily in a rural area to prevent the population from moving to cities in the search of work. So by using the cottage industries and small scale industries, we can get the work in our rural areas, and we can prevent the movement of a people from village to cities in the search of work. Then children, next type of industries is large scale industries. So children, it employs thousands of people. So in the cottage industries, very few people work there, and in a small scale industries, more than cottage industries people work there, and in a large scale industries, the thousands of people work there. So it employs thousands of people, and it use large machine. In the small scale industries, the small machines are used for making the goods, and in the large scale industries, the large machines are used for producing the goods in a large quantity. So in the large scale industries, the quantity of goods are large, the production of the goods are large. Children, textile, steel, automobiles and ships are manufactured in large scale industries. So the textile, steel, automobiles, ships are manufactured in large scale industries. Children, it is very expensive to build and start a large scale industry, like cottage industry and the small scale industries are made in a rural area, because it is very easy, because for it the less money is required for manufacturing of cottage and small scale industries. But for the large scale industries, we require large money, because large machines are used to produce good in large quantities. But children, however, the modern method of productions can be more easy in large scale industries, so therefore better goods can be produced more cheaply. That is why large scale industries are being encouraged in India, and some of important large scale industries in India are as follow. First is the steel plants which is in Visakhapatnam, Bokaro, Rourkela, Jamshedpur, Durgapur and Bihar. Then textile mill which is in Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Surat, Kanpur, Kolkata. And the next industry is heavy electric goods which is in Bhopal, Ranchi, etc. Automobile factories which is in Gurgaon, Pune, Chennai, and the shipbuilding which is in Vishakhapatnam, Kochi and Mumbai. And some other large scale industries are aircraft manufacturing which is in Bangalore and in Kanpur, and the oil refineries which is in Assam, Mathura, Gujarat and Bihar. So children, these are the some important large scale industries in India. And children, there are numerous other industries in India manufacturing cement, paper, fertilizer, electronic goods and plastic and computer. So there are other industries are also there which manufacturing in the large quantity cement, paper, fertilizer, plastic, computer, etc. Children, in the past few years, the telecom, computer, software and the business process outsourcing BPO grown tremendously. Children, India is now regarded as a leader in making computer software. Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad are major software producing center. So children, today you have learned about the different types of industries, that are cottage industries, small scale industries and about large scale industries. So children, for today your homework is you have to read this chapter once again and you have to learn about the different crops, the major crops which grown in India and the different types of industries, the important industries which found in India.